WarGames is this Saturday and Thanksgiving is this Thursday. So let's do a prediction video. I'm predicting turkey, I'm predicting ham, I'm predicting a full spread of pies, some gravy with mashed potatoes, scallop potatoes, green bean casserole, cranberry sauce in the shape of a dog food can, because that's the way you do cranberry sauce. But wait a second, you guys want WarGames predictions? Well then, came to the right place because I got those too. Let's start off with Dirty Dom John Cena. That matchup right there for the Intercontinental title. It seems like a no-brainer. Like, up until recently, I was like, Dirty Dom has to win this. Dirty Dom has to win this. But now I have switched over. And I'm thinking John Cena. I'll tell you why. But this one's, it's literally a toss-up. Pretend this is a coin. It is a toss-up. And whatever. I could go either way. I think there's no right winner. There's no wrong winner here. Because it feels like Dirty Dom, the guy that's under 30, could actually beat John Cena. John Cena is all about putting over younger talent right now and just trying to pave the way to the future. So it seems like Dom is the right choice. Dom has already lost twice now. Once when he lost the Intercontinental belt, the next win he the six-man tag on Raw, and now it's his hometown. It feels like Dom could totally use this victory. Problem is this. The Intercontinental title. The Intercontinental title is around John Cena's waist. And the fact of the matter is, Gunther right now stands to probably be the final participant, the final person to fight John Cena. He's in the tournament. He's advancing. I think it's going to be Gunther. I wanted Obafemi. I wanted Trick Williams. I wanted Carmelo Hayes. I still want LA Knight, but I think it's going to be Gunther. Gunther versus John Cena is a very juicy prospect. I could see Triple H wanting that. He already fed Goldberg to Gunther, and I will forever be in Gunther's debt for getting rid of the plague that is Goldberg. Sayonara Goldberg, see ya bye. But it's like, I don't want Gunther, but it's gonna happen. Whatever feelings I have on this matchup, it's gonna happen. And I think they want to let Gunther win. I don't think John Cena wants to pull a sting and win on his way out. I think he wants to do the time-honored tradition of losing. He puts over Gunther, but Gunther then wins the Intercontinental belt that Gunther has made relevant. Gunther held that thing for 666 days. I think they give it back to him. And the reason why I think they give it back to him, because some of you might be saying, isn't he a main eventer? He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. But I don't think there's anything for Gunther to do come WrestleMania season. Like, off chance he wins the Rumble and faces Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, but I just don't think that's gonna happen. I think the play is Cody versus Brock Lesnar and CM Punk versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. That's your main event poster right there, the WrestleMania poster. I think that's what's going to happen. Those are your matchups. So who's left for Gunther to face? So if he just reclaims the Intercontinental belt, you could play off his character of just, I'm just going to make this belt prestigious again, because the moment it got off me, it went downhill. And so yeah, who knows? Maybe Sammy Gunther too at WrestleMania. But that's what I'm seeing here. The fact is the Intercontinental belt and what Gunther does after December, while the entire main event scene is kind of gobbled up in storylines. That's the play. I think they want to, so that means John Cena wins right here. Now, if John Cena actually loses right here, there's a high probability that John Cena might actually beat Gunther in his final match. I think John Cena is only going to lose one more time. I'm saying he wins here, he loses his last match. But if he actually loses here, then his last match, I'm thinking he might lose. But that said, right now, right here, smart money's on Dom, but you've been watching this channel long enough. You know I'm not that smart. I'm going with John Cena. The Unseen 17. All right, so now let's go to the women's WarGames. It's stacked. The women's side, the faces, they're stacked. The heels, they've got one person, arguably two, which to pin. The arguably two is Lash Legend. I think that would be a horrible idea, but because she's the rookie and you got to pay your dues, they might make it her, but that would be a horrible decision. If they're going to let the heels take the L, then Kairi Sane is the one to get the pin. That said, I'm going heels. I think that, I think somehow, some way, there's going to be something that happens on the women's side of things. You have Charlotte and Rhea already kind of at odds, but I'm thinking it's going to be Alexa Bliss. I think Alexa Bliss is going to turn heel. She's already been portraying some heel tendencies. I don't know where I heard this, but I did hear something along the lines of, if you notice how Alexa Bliss is suddenly starting to talk more again, and she kind of sort of gaslit Charlotte Flair for not immediately siding with her. There's a chance that Alexa Bliss is going to be the one that turns heel, because we all think it's going to be Charlotte, right? We're just waiting for Charlotte to either A, turn on Alexa, or B, just turn on Alexa. Honestly, those are your only two choices when it comes to Charlotte Flair. But what about Alexa, though? If Alexa's the one that actually turns heel, and I'm thinking that might be the play here. The red herring is Charlotte, but it's actually Alexa. She turns, she leaves, she blames it on whatever. She says, I realized the moment you didn't instantly join me that you weren't really a friend. I had to talk you into it. I should have had to talk you into it. You should have just, after all I did for you, blah, blah, blah. They make up some excuse. This allows Becky to pin AJ Lee. Then it becomes 1-1. It's just, there's so much upside to the heels winning this. Plus, if we go by Wrestling 101 logic, the heels, they got beat up on the last Raw. But then again, SmackDown still has to happen. So I don't know. It depends. If the heels stand tall on SmackDown, then I guess they're losing. But as of right now, they're standing. I forgot there's no we haven't done SmackDown yet. I'm still going the heels. Becky gets so much out of it by saying that she won. She's already kind of been on, not really a losing streak, but she's already crashing out for losing against Maxine Dupree and against Jessica Carr and Nick Aldis. Not Nick Aldis. The other one, the bald one. I should know my bald brethren. The guy that drinks a lot, Adam Pearce. She's already crashing out on them. I think a win can allow her then to just showboat, just strut around like a peacock saying, I'm the greatest, I'm the best, and that's not just me saying it, that's Sports Illustrated saying it. She can just go hog wild. Nia and Lash can just be gloating. The bougie bully could get a huge win on the main roster. Asuka can just, be dancing the night away in the aisles. Yes, that's the call. I'm going the heels on this one. Probably Alexa Bliss turns heel. She costs the match. AJ takes the pin. Yes, there you go. And that will then lead to a match probably at Rumble or something. Let's do Stephanie Vaquet and Nikki Bella. I know it's Fakir. Don't worry, guys. Let's do bold. Let's go bold here. Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella's gonna win, and I think they're gonna pull twin magic. I actually booked this. I thought this would be really cool in my how to ruin and how to save war games. I actually booked this would be a really cool option here, and I think they pull it. I think they bring back Brie Bella, and Stephanie Fakir wins. And the reason why I'm thinking that is because of Adam Page. Adam Page just lost the AEW title to Samoa Joe, and people are like, it created a bunch of noise. And Triple H probably heard that noise, and Triple H is like, oh, they want to do a shock title change? So can I. Triple H loves his moments, and he loves his callbacks to stars of yesteryear. So Brie Bella pops in. We get this huge moment. The Bellas are back on top, and Stephanie Vaquer loses. I know she just won her title, but that will then, Triple H likes to act like he doesn't care about what the internet says, but the internet does say, Triple H, you got to shake things up, and I think this will be his version of shaking things up. Now, I don't think that this will be a very long title reign. I could see Stephanie still walking into WrestleMania as champion, or maybe, call me crazy, but what if Nikki Bella won, right? And then we get a returning Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan beats Nikki Bella. They kind of had a feud before she kind of, she got injured. And then Raquel Rodriguez wins the Rumble. And then we got Big Mommy Cool versus Liv Morgan, the cool dudettes with attitude at WrestleMania. Ooh, that's enticing right there. But no, I don't know, maybe, but Nikki Bella's gonna win in a shock victory here. I could see Stephanie getting it back, but I don't know. I kind of like that other scenario. I'm just trying to figure out ways to get Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan in a title match at WrestleMania. I've been like predicting this for like months now, trying to figure out the path to that, and this is the path. Stephanie Vaquer, I don't know. Like a lot of people will hate that prediction, but you know what? Haters gonna hate. I'm not saying I want Nikki Bella to win. Actually, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind if either won, but like there's a lot more story coming out of a victory if Nikki did. I know a lot of people won't like it though because Stephanie just won, and if Stephanie wins, great, awesome, good for her. If Nikki wins, great, awesome, good for her. I think just more storyline comes out of Nikki Bella. All right, now let's do the final match. There's only 4 matches here. I think last year did have 5. Someone corrected me, there was 5. I can't see a 5th match. The only 5th match I could, feasibly see that if we did, the MFTs versus the Wyatts for the tag team belts, I just don't see it happening. And I could also see Mello and Miz. But again, I don't see that happening. But if for whatever reason Mello and Miz appear, we'll have Mello win. If the MFTs versus the Wyatts in any kind of combination, the MFTs would win. All right, so let's do the final War Games. We got Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, the Brawns, Paul Heyman, the Usos, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk. Oh, the heels need this so much more than the faces, but they're going to give it to the faces. I think this is a very predictable... man, it's like there's so many reasons to give it to the heels. One, it's Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar squashed John Cena, so it's like, okay, they let Brock just win matches he shouldn't win, but he doesn't have a good track record at Survivor Series. I mean, speaking of that, the He Who Shall Not Be Named that starts with a G and ends with an Oldberg. This is Survivor Series where he squashed Brock Lesnar. Coincidentally, one of the only times that I ever swore off wrestling. I lasted about 2 weeks. Actually, I lasted about a week. Not even, because I was looking at highlights on social media still. But that was the only time I actually said, you know what? I'm done. Screw WWE. I'm done. I had it. When Goldberg beat Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series, I literally was so mad. I quit watching WWE. For about 3 days. Okay, but Brock is there. Drew McIntyre, he can't afford another loss, but he couldn't afford the last loss. He couldn't afford the loss before the last loss, but they just keep giving him losses. Logan Paul actually can afford losses. It don't really matter. He's such a scumbag that he just can win, lose, don't matter, honestly. The Brawns, you would think they're the future, right? They're the future, and yet Roman, though, would we want to give Roman 2 L's in a row? Didn't Roman just lose at WrestlePalooza, or Or Crown Jewel. He lost to Crown Jewel. And because there's easy a way to get that to happen. All you gotta do is have Roman, like Roman Punk or Cody. There's some kind of miscommunication. Jimmy Uso's there. Jimmy's gonna take the pin, right? Maybe Jay takes the pin, and Roman can get mad at Jay, because Roman just seems to always get mad at Jay. Like, that's their thing. But yeah, I think Logan Paul takes the pin. Maybe Logan Paul takes the pin, and they kick him out of the Vision, because let's face it, Logan Paul's not a full-time guy. He's a part-timer. So, like, he can't just be around. I guess they could injure Logan Paul, like, injure him, and he's out for a month or two, and then he returns to the Vision for WrestleMania season. But I just don't see Logan Paul as a mainstay in the Vision because of his part-time nature. So maybe he's the one that costs the team the loss, and Braun Breaker just boots him from the Vision. He just boots him from the Vision. Maybe they switch brands or something, and Logan Paul's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm more of a maverick anyways. And then or Brock Lesnar gets mad. Maybe he gets mad at Braun Breaker, setting up their matchup at WrestleMania. If that happens, I don't think it will though. But who knows? Maybe it'll happen, or maybe it's a Royal Rumble match, or an Elimination Chamber match where Braun Breaker versus Brock Lesnar, and something happens here where Brock just says, screw it. Brock just leaves and costs them the match. I just don't see Roman losing again. I think Roman steals the pin. Like let's say CM Punk does the hard work. Like, he does the go to sleep, and then Roman just steals the pin. And that's kind of the animosity, because it seems like it should be a breakdown on the faces that cost them the match, and then that is the reason why they get into a feud, because Roman was like, you should have listened to me, and CM Punk is like, I listen to no one but myself and Pepsi, and Cody Rhodes is like, guys, let's respect each other. Like, remember, my dad is Dusty Rhodes, and they look at him and they're like, what does that have to do with anything? And he's like, finish your story. Sorry. I know that made no sense, but it was just funny. I wanted to get all Cody-isms in there. But why do you hate Cody Rhodes so much? And this is why I don't have subscribers, people, because I take things, I'm just not serious. I'm sorry. I still have the contest going for the belt, by the way. I'm just not going to announce it anymore. Takes up too much time. Nobody really cares, but I'm still going to give away the belt at 20,000 subscribers. Let's see what, yeah, no, I just think that they just don't want the faces to lose. The faces are going to lose earlier in my prediction, so they're just not going to lose. Roman Reigns, instead of the breakdown won't happen, but they'll still win. Roman will steal the pin, or Cody will steal the pin, or CM Punk will steal the pin from Roman, and that's what it is. I would love if the Bloodline turned on Cody and CM Punk here. That would be a really cool way to end the PLE, but I think it's just going to be hands in the sky with like some kind of suspicious glances, and that's that. And then a cut to the Vision falling apart. What's going to happen with the Vision? And that's that. Those are my predictions. All right, boys. All right, girls. Go have yourself a leftover turkey sandwich for me. I'll see you Friday night, but then I'll see you Saturday night as well for WarGames Survivor Series. See you. Bye.